Very mild spoilers ahead, obviously. So some creators got to play Marvel's Spider-Man 2 early last week, and the first thing they experienced was this really mind-blowing scene of Kraven versus Peter in the church. And in this video, I will be breaking it down, not only showing all the details you missed that tie into the story of the game, but also mostly my impressions of the sequence and how I feel about it. This sequence opens with Peter arriving at the church, where we see Craven watching over him from above. Now Peter says that he's here for a lizard serum to cure Dr. Connors, so this is probably after this gameplay we got of fighting Lizard in downtown New York. This would be right after the gameplay reveal where Spider-Man first gets the symbiote, but then Craven probably steals it for a chance to meet Spider-Man one-to-one and have a fight more personally, hence the sequence in this church, which is when Craven's focus will shift from Lizard and other villains to Symbiote Spider-Man. Next up, we keep getting these first-person flashes with the Spider-Sense style thing radiating around the screen. Now I'm thinking this is what Peter sees with the heightened powers from the symbiote. I'll talk more about it in a second. Now I do also want to mention the improved graphics seen in this trailer. Just comparing this suit in this sequence compared to what we've seen in the gameplay reveal 4 months ago, it's such a huge improvement. The reveal looks like the original game, but now with all these reflections and the slimy suit and the detail on the lighting, it looks really beautiful. And the fact that this gameplay is almost 8 weeks old now and not the final version, the game really does get me very excited for what the final product of it will look like. It already looks nothing like a game and more like a really high budget movie. But back to the breakdown, we also get to see more clearly how this new spider sense in this game looks, and I absolutely love how detailed it is, looking more like a force field surrounding Spider-Man's head that's reaching out for signs of danger. Okay, next up, when Craven throws his knife at Spider-Man and then pushes him around, in between all of these moves you can see that the knife is now gone, and then at the end Craven catches Spider-Man with the same knife to his throat. So not only has he outmaneuvered Spider-Man here, but also managed to run out and grab the knife in the midst of all of these moves. This just represents how experienced and fast and scary of a hunter Craven truly is, and I hope this boss fight does not disappoint either. It should be shaping up to be a really difficult gameplay. Then while Spider-Man is pinned to the wall by the knife, as he notices the serum around Craven's neck, you can see that as his rage grows, his eyes slowly start shifting into the more Venom-like appearance, the exact same way it did in the gameplay reveal earlier this year. Combining this with the new rage mode that we're getting with the symbiote with an even more Venom-like suit appearance, it confirms that the more angry Spider-Man becomes with the symbiote, the more Venom-like he becomes, which is a really scary change, to be honest, that we're visually seeing here on Spider-Man. Speaking of scary, don't even get me started on the way he tries to walk through the sound. You can see the symbiote really growing and being alive around him, and you got to remember this is Peter Parker here. It is so thrilling to see this adaptation of the black suit, where it is genuinely turning him into a monster-like appearance, literally straight out of The Last of Us. This also relates back to how Craven said that he sees a man but senses a beast, and you cannot deny that, seeing how these tendrils are growing out of him. Then Peter says that he's just here to save his friend, which relates back to how Harry is sick again and Kurt Connors was the key to trying to save him, which is why he's after the lizard antidote in the first place to cure him to help Harry. And then we get it. Personally, one of the best executed moments I've seen so far in any Spider-Man game. We got this outstanding performance from Yuri Lowenthal with this really raw scream, which I still get chills down my back hearing every time. We also got that eerie Symbiote Spider-Man theme playing here as well, as Craven figures out Symbiote's weakness. And it's also the reason that this specific choice of the symbiote suit is perfect for this game. Not only is having a really alive symbiote gives us the deserved Venom gameplay that everyone is after, but also because this makes the whole black suit removal much more difficult when we get to it. This isn't just a black suit that is giving Peter more strength at this point, like in every other adaptation. This thing is alive, and Peter is aware of it. This thing is giving Peter unbelievable power that he could never imagine, and he's experiencing it. We're experiencing it. Peter is really bonding with the symbiote here and is really loving the power it's giving him because it is really beneficial for him. It's helping him. And then this leads to the symbiote removal, where unlike most adaptations where Peter's realization of the symbiote's weakness motivates him to remove it, but this time Craven figuring out makes Peter want to stop the weakness rather than the suit. Insomniac developers have already revealed that their goal with the symbiote is to explore the theme of addiction and how Peter Parker is directly involved in the creation of Venom. And you can see how that fits in very clearly in this adaptation of the symbiote. Peter truly wants to keep the black suit no matter what here, and when that leads to the eventual separation of the bond, that will aggravate the symbiote a lot more, so with the next host, Venom will be fully born. This is a very different and unique adaptation that Insomniac is taking of the symbiote, but it's a take that really works, and I personally love and has been one that I've always been wanting someone to try out. While Peter is in agony here though, we do also see that the eyes keep shifting around in Venom-like shapes. And then there's this one singular frame where the reflections and the lighting all line up and makes the symbiote lenses appear as the Venom eyes, which, if it's either intentional or not, it is a really cool detail. And finally, Spider-Man swings away out of the window. He really isn't caring about damage here, but then it cuts to Craven realizing Symbiote Spider-Man is the final hunt that he's been dreaming of and came to New York for. And then it's going to go from hunting Peter to hunting Venom himself, and with the symbiote getting even more powerful throughout all of those. Overall, I'm really shocked watching this at how much Insomniac are delivering with this game. It's both so scary to see Peter like this, yet so exhilarating at the same time. I really cannot wait to experience what the full game has to offer, especially since we've seen nothing to do with Venom and Tony Todd yet. Just thinking about what the game could be makes me so excited, because there's a high chance Insomniac has already thought of it and has gone above and beyond with incorporating it into the game. If you guys have enjoyed this quick breakdown of the clip, then make sure to give the video a like, and also check out my breakdown of the extended gameplay reveal from the PlayStation State of Play right here. And I shall see you guys in the next breakdown.